It's 3 p.m. and time for the Daily Community Briefing. Team coverage of the latest local news important to you. Now let's head to the Wallingford Broadcasting Studios for the Daily Community Briefing.
Good afternoon and welcome into your Daily Community Briefing here on 100.7 The Coyote and WBON TV Channel 9. Michael Watkins here with you today. Hope you and your family had a safe, warm night as we have been talking all week about this ice storm that made its way into Richmond last night. And we have plenty more coverage to get to as we go throughout the newscast today. Plus, the Berea Boys Basketball Coach has stepped down. We'll give you the details on that. And as always, the coronavirus numbers for Madison, Estill, and other surrounding counties coming up right now. Our newscast is brought to you by Bishop Small Engine Repair. Get your power equipment ready for spring at Bishop Small Engine Repair. Let Bishop service your mower located on North Estill Avenue in Richmond. We're also brought to you by Affordable Heating and Air Conditioning. For all your heating and air needs, call Brian with Affordable Heating and Air Conditioning at 859-779-0122. And Mountain Adventures. Get everything you need for your next family meal at Mountain Adventures. They've got all the fruits, vegetables, and locally produced meats, and they are located at 70 River Drive in Irvin. The Madison County, Kentucky, City of Berea, and City of Richmond have declared states of emergency due to the ice storm and severe winter weather that started yesterday. Madison County is currently experiencing power outages and extensive tree debris on roadways throughout the county, said Madison County Judge Executive and KCO President Reagan Taylor. Declaring a state of emergency enables the county and cities to have the ability to receive reimbursement if assistance is made available for communities impacted by this winter weather storm. As always, we encourage citizens to stay safe and report any outages or damage to the hotline. Authorities continue to urge all citizens and residents to stay off all roads and streets unless absolutely necessary. The winter weather advisory will continue into tonight. All the pictures of the ice storm you'll be seeing during today's broadcast were sent in by viewers. We appreciate your submissions and we'll be seeing those throughout the newscast today as well. Due to widespread power outages in the area due to the ice storm, Madison County Schools have canceled both virtual and in-person learning for Friday, February 12th. The students will get to enjoy another snow day. Well, last night, Berea Boys Basketball Coach Ray Valentine posted on Facebook that he had stepped down from his position only a month and a half into the season. In a statement from the school athletic department, the school says the decision was a mutual decision to part ways after a video surfaced of a recent practice in which the coach went on an expletive-laden rant to multiple players on the team. After receiving several messages and concerns from players and parents alike, the school decided this decision should be made. Stay tuned to our newscast tomorrow as we will provide further details into this situation at Berea. District 7 personnel have worked all day treating routes in central Kentucky. The crews continue to work this evening and until midnight. A shift change will take place at 12 a.m. with rested personnel reporting for duty to work overnight. At this time, the conditions in the District 12 or the 12 District 7 counties are described as frozen water on trees, light slush on routes, sections of frozen roadway, and all counties reporting rain and freezing rain. The public is advised not to drive this evening and tomorrow if at all possible. If you must travel, plan your route during the winter weather. Access links and apps for the latest traffic and travel information. Check weather reports and adjust your starting time and let others know when to expect you. With the report on the current road conditions, WBON TV's Gwendolyn Morton earlier today went down to Clay's Ferry Bridge.
Hey guys, we have made it to the northern side of Madison County. We started out in Berea this morning. We're actually standing in Fayette County right now, and we're looking right across the bridge into Madison County. As we've traveled this morning, I've definitely seen an increase in the amount of ice as we move north in the county. Those secondary roads, you can tell I-75 is still moving really well, but the rest of those secondary roads are very treacherous. I checked the temperature just before I started this video, and we're holding at about 28 degrees right now. We're not going to get any warmer, so this ice is around to stay. You can stay right here with WBON. We're going to keep you up to date with the traffic and weather, and you can also tune in to our sister stations, 100.7 The Coyote and The Pinnacle, 106.7. I'm Gwendolyn Morton, and this is WBON TV.
For more updates on some other traffic conditions throughout the city of Richmond, you can check out the WBON TV Facebook page as Gwendolyn stopped by several locations during her route into the office earlier today. Madison County staff are still available via remote assistance while buildings are closed to the public despite the inclement weather, and thanks to technology, Madison County offices will remain operational on Thursday and Friday of this week for all citizens via email, phone, or online services. County buildings will continue to be closed to the public as they have been during the COVID-19 pandemic. For up-to-the-minute weather information, we'll have you updated as well. You can also check out the Madison County EMA Facebook page. Folks, it's now time for our first commercial break. Still lots more to get to. Yesterday, we told you about how to take care of your pets. Well, did you know that there could be legal ramifications if you do not do that? We'll give you the details on that coming up later on the newscast. That and so much more coming your way next on your daily community briefing. We're live on 100.7 The Coyote and WBON TV Channel 9.
Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. From our attention to detail, a diverse staff, and the best aftercare in the business, there's no better local choice to take care of your family in a difficult time than Davis & Powell. Call in to discuss pre-planning and preparations so there'll be no additional burden on your family. Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. For additional information, check them out at davisandpowellfuneralhome.com. Davis & Powell Funeral Home, always going the extra mile.
Mountain Adventures is a new, unique store open in Irvin. They have both fruits and vegetables from local farmers and from farmers around the state. Stop in and see their huge selection of bananas, oranges, watermelons, plus potatoes, corn, green beans, and so much more. Mountain Adventures has also teamed up with Two Farms Meat to offer Estill Countyans a place to get your meats and all the other fixings, plus jams, jellies, and they also offer gift baskets. At Mountain Adventures, located at 70 River Drive in Irvin, or like them on Facebook.
Granite, marble, and quartz for any surface. Make a lifetime commitment you won't regret.
In life, some things just go together, like a burger and fries. And home and auto insurance from State Farm. Combine and save.
Talk to State Farm agent Jerry Goebel today.
Donate or shop at the new location for the Habitat Restore in Madison County. The proceeds from the Habitat Restore go towards helping build a home for someone in need. Shop, donate, or volunteer at the new location for the Habitat Restore in the old CVS Pharmacy building on Main Street in Richmond.
Affordable Service Solutions is the heating and air company you want to call when you want the work done right the first time for an affordable price. That's Affordable Service Solutions. Call Brian at 779-0122 for all your heating and cooling needs, plus Tempstar units at an affordable price. That number again is 779-0122. And remember, Affordable Service Solutions is your local Tempstar dealer.
When I started to experience the world from practicing law, it showed me that there's a lot of injustice that can be corrected. We're called personal injury attorneys, but I'm not there for the injury, I'm there for the recovery. And that's what we try to do. We try to help people recover after they've been hurt. If the big firms are gonna drop you as soon as your claim entails some kind of work, some kind of additional effort, why not just come to someone who's gonna put the work in the first place?
Sticks and Stones Landscape Supply is your outlet for bulk landscaping materials. They have served the community with their huge selection of decorative gravels and bulk mulch for over 16 years. Announcing new for 2021, Sticks and Stones Landscape Supply is offering trees and shrubs. They serve landscapers, business owners, and homeowners alike. Add a landscape bed or spruce up your garden with plants and ground covers from Sticks and Stones Landscape Supply. Minutes from Richmond, just off exit 76 in Berea. 102 Spring Circle Drive, 986-2985.
Can you get into your doctor's office the day you call? The best medical practitioner is there when you need them. At White House Clinics, all patients get easy VIP access to exceptional care. Right now, White House physicians are accepting new patients in Jackson, Madison, Estill, Rockcastle, and Garrett counties. Go to whitehouseclinics.com or one of our 9 state-of-the-art facilities to request a new patient appointment.
Welcome back into your daily community briefing here on this Thursday edition. Michael Watkins here with you, folks. Glad to have you tuned in on our newscast today. We're brought to you by Bluegrass Marble and Granite of Richmond at 635 and a half Big Hill Avenue. Let Bluegrass Marble and Granite take care of all your remodels or fabrication needs. We're also brought to you by Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. Davis & Powell Funeral Home has the best aftercare in the business when every detail counts. Remember, Davis & Powell Funeral Home and Always Growing Children's Resale Store in Berea, just down from Berea Ace Hardware in the Strip Mall. Every Tuesday and Thursday, Always Growing Children's Resale Store will buy your children's gently worn clothes. This morning, Governor Andy Beshear signed a declaration of a state of emergency in response to the heavy ice and snowstorms seen by much of central and northern Kentucky. As a result of the declaration, Kentucky Division of Emergency Management and the Department of Military Affairs are authorized to execute the Kentucky Emergency Operations Plan and coordinate the response across state agencies and private relief groups. The declaration also directs the Finance and Administrative Cabinet to provide the funding for the response and authorities the Kentucky Division of Emergency Management to request additional resources. Governor Beshear stated that the State of Emergency Operations Center remains activated at Level 3 operations, which consist of KYEM personnel monitoring the weather system along with critical emergency support function partners for transportation, law enforcement, power, and utilities. Governor Beshear says KYEM has been informed of more than 70,000 Kentucky customers that are dealing with outages. Well, the All-A Classic will be making its way back to Richmond this upcoming week. I spoke to Lori Murphy Tatum about the event and everything that comes along with it. The All-A Classic basketball tournament will be making its way back to Richmond next week. I spoke to Lori Tatum about the tournament and the importance of this tournament to the city.
We are so thrilled to be able to host this tournament. As you know, it's one of our very favorite things that we do all year, and it is such a wonderful economic impact to our community during a time when we don't have a lot of things going on. We normally see, almost $1 million of economic impact during that 5-day tournament. This year it's going to be a 6-day tournament, but we're not going to have as many people spend the night. Normally we have, of the 32 teams, at least 28 of those teams are spending the night in Richmond and Berea. We're probably only going to have a fourth of that this year because folks are still being cautious and going ahead and driving home rather than staying. But right now, our hotel industry, as everyone knows, the coronavirus has been devastating to the tourism industry. So they are very happy to get any bit of the business that they can this year.
Lori also spoke about how the All-A Classic staff and EKU personnel are working to keep this tournament safe for not only the players and the staffs, but the people that come to watch the games as well.
The All-A Classic board members are very cautious about hosting the tournament, and they're doing their absolute best, along with Eastern Kentucky University, to be able to hold a safe tournament. They have pushed it back numerous times to try to help for people to get vaccinated, for our cases to go down, for our state as a whole to see that positivity rate from the coronavirus decrease, which it has. There's actually only, I think it's 900 people allowed in the entire building. So each team is going to be able to have 300 tickets that they're actually going to be selling at their school. So it's we get to have 15% of the people that we would normally have in the building. So this year will be very different. You won't be allowed to buy a ticket at the game. You'll have to purchase that ticket from your actual school. You will be able to watch it online, and then I believe that our Wallingford Broadcasting is going to carry some of the games on the radio to listen to as well. We actually don't have any volunteers this year. That is something that's really hard for us to have tried to mitigate the risk as much as possible. And we have just a skeleton crew on staff that's going to be able to work that. But we don't have any volunteers this year, and we're really going to miss those folks and can't wait to see their faces next year.
For WBON TV 9 News, I'm Michael Watkins. For more information on this year's tournament, you can visit the All-A Classic Tournament website or visit richmondky.com. At this week's Richmond City Commission meeting, Community Development Coordinator Tyler Johnson presented some ideas to refresh the downtown area to commissioners. Areas of interest noted by Johnson to get some upgrades were Main Street, Irvin Street, and Water Street. Johnson proposed to the commissioners the idea for planters to be placed strategically on corners of intersections. He also detailed that newly painted crosswalks and cleanup sidewalks would give the main roadways greater appeal. He continued saying that Richmond's downtown area could use newly designed banners and proposed 50 banners along with design ideas. Also discussed with the tourism department would be the idea to fly American flags on downtown light poles from Memorial Day through the 4th of July. The commission decided to include Johnson's pricing in the next budget amendment, which would be 2 weeks from now. The city manager, Rob Meinrich, said would be good timing so the city can possibly get these improvements for the springtime. It's now time for our second commercial break, folks. We appreciate you being with us. When we come back, we'll wrap up the newscast with those coronavirus numbers that is coming your way next on your daily community briefing. We're live on 100.7 The Coyote and WBON TV Channel 9.
Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. From our attention to detail, a diverse staff, and the best aftercare in the business, there's no better local choice to take care of your family in a difficult time than Davis & Powell. Call in to discuss pre-planning and preparations so there'll be no additional burden on your family. Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. For additional information, check them out at davisandpowellfuneralhome.com. Davis & Powell Funeral Home, always going the extra mile.
Mountain Adventures is a new, unique store open in Irvin. They have both fruits and vegetables from local farmers and from farmers around the state. Stop in and see their huge selection of bananas, oranges, watermelons, plus potatoes, corn, green beans, and so much more. Mountain Adventures has also teamed up with Two Farms Meat to offer Estill Countyans a place to get your meats and all the other fixings, plus jams, jellies, and they also offer gift baskets. At Mountain Adventures, located at 70 River Drive in Irvin, or like them on Facebook.
Granite, marble, and quartz for any surface. Make a lifetime commitment you won't regret.
In life, some things just go together, like a burger and fries. And home and auto insurance from State Farm. Combine and save.
Talk to State Farm agent Jerry Goebel today.
Donate or shop at the new location for the Habitat Restore in Madison County. The proceeds from the Habitat Restore go towards helping build a home for someone in need. Shop, donate, or volunteer at the new location for the Habitat Restore in the old CVS Pharmacy building on Main Street in Richmond.
Affordable Service Solutions is the heating and air company you want to call when you want the work done right the first time for an affordable price. That's Affordable Service Solutions. Call Brian at 779-0122 for all your heating and cooling needs, plus Tempstar units at an affordable price. That number again is 779-0122. And remember, Affordable Service Solutions is your local Tempstar dealer.
When I started to experience the world from practicing law, it showed me that there's a lot of injustice that can be corrected. We're called personal injury attorneys, but I'm not there for the injury, I'm there for the recovery. And that's what we try to do. We try to help people recover after they've been hurt. If the big firms are gonna drop you as soon as your claim entails some kind of work, some kind of additional effort, why not just come to someone who's gonna put the work in the first place?
Sticks and Stones Landscape Supply is your outlet for bulk landscaping materials. They have served the community with their huge selection of decorative gravels and bulk mulch for over 16 years. Announcing new for 2021, Sticks and Stones Landscape Supply is offering trees and shrubs. They serve landscapers, business owners, and homeowners alike. Add a landscape bed or spruce up your garden with plants and ground covers from Sticks and Stones Landscape Supply. Minutes from Richmond, just off exit 76 in Berea. 102 Spring Circle Drive, 986-2985.
Can you get into your doctor's office the day you call? The best medical practitioner is there when you need them. At White House Clinics, all patients get easy VIP access to exceptional care. Right now, White House physicians are accepting new patients in Jackson, Madison, Estill, Rockcastle, and Garrett counties. Go to whitehouseclinics.com or one of our 9 state-of-the-art facilities to request a new patient appointment.
Back here on the newscast on WBON TV and 100.7 The Coyote. Michael Watkins here with you folks. Again, we hope you and your family are staying safe, staying warm, and continuing to keep it tuned in here to the WBON TV social media pages, our website, and 100.7 The Coyote as we keep you up to date with all the latest information regarding this winter and ice storm. Our newscast today, as always, brought to you by Jennings Auto Parts, Kingston Shell, and Thorough Truck Towing. You know, if you're cold because of this winter ice storm, they're cold. Keep in mind, during this cold winter weather, moves through to make sure your animals are taken care of as well. In part of 2 interviews on this subject, WBON TV spoke to Deputy Michael Stotts with the Madison County Sheriff's Department to learn about the possible animal cruelty charges that could ensue if you leave your furry friend in the inadequate shelter, and where you can report such cases if you witness them. With this story, here is WBON TV's news director, Marissa Hempel.
We have all this cold weather coming, supposedly ice, and this doesn't change the fact that it's always cold every winter and people still have their animals outside a lot of time. You and I have spoken about this before, how there could be some criminal penalties if you do leave your animal outside. Do you kind of want to explain what the Sheriff's Office and other law enforcement agencies expect from people during these winter months?
Of course, if you have an animal, if you have a pet, they're your responsibility, and it's your responsibility to take care of those animals in the cold, the inclement, freezing weather. Of course, best practice would be to bring the pets inside. The one thing you got to understand is if you're cold, they're cold. So you have to keep that in mind, that if you're going to leave an animal outside, you need to make sure they have adequate shelter, preferably off the ground at least 4 inches with some kind of insulation inside, whether it be hay or straw. If you use a blanket, you have to understand that may be warm, but if it gets wet, what's it going to do in a freezing temperature? So it's better to have straw or hay, as I said, in some kind of shelter that is at least 4 inches off the ground.
Now, in your years of law enforcement, is this something you see often? You either come to reports of animals that are chained up outside in, not good enough shelters, or do you even see animals that have died because of the inclement weather?
I cannot speak for any kind of animal deaths due to the inclement weather. I'm sure it's happened. However, I do know we've received over the last few years that we've received several calls, and it seems like more and more every year during the cold weather that people are calling in to report animals not being adequately taken care of when it gets cold outside. And of course, we respond to those complaints, and we will check them out and get with the homeowners. If there's nobody available, we can always take custody or call our animal shelter to take custody of that animal to provide it with the care that it needs if we can't find the homeowner. But definitely we're going to we're going to give them the opportunity to make it right, to get their animal, their pet, adequate shelter. And of course, water and food, you got to make sure that it won't take it long for water to freeze, that you have water that's not frozen, that they're well hydrated, and of course fed during this time.
Now, that's good that you give them a grace period to rectify this, but assuming that someone doesn't take the steps necessary, what are the criminal charges? I know Kentucky kind of has not the strongest animal cruelty laws, correct?
That's correct. We would charge somebody in worst cases cruelty to animals. I know that we've done it many times when they're not being fed.
If someone does see an instance of this happening, do you urge them to report it, and who would they report this to?
Yes, if by all means, if you see an animal that you don't feel is being taken care of or doesn't have adequate shelter, food, whatever it may be, you can call us at the sheriff's office. Of course, naturally, we're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 4:30. If it's after hours, you can call Madison County Dispatch and notify them, and of course, they'll dispatch whatever office, agency it's in that jurisdictional area. They'll dispatch an officer to come out, check the animal, and then, of course, we go from there.
Stay tuned as WBON-TV and Wallingford broadcasting stations will continue to provide you with stories such as this during these winter weather advisories. For Channel 9 News, I'm Marissa Hempel.
Thanks, Marissa. And again, remember to keep your furry friends warm during the colder days ahead, because it's going to be cold over the weekend as well, folks. And as always, you can check out the WBON TV weather forecast on our social media pages and on WBONTV.com, as Grindle and Morton delivers that for us every weekday. As we look at the coronavirus numbers for Madison and other surrounding counties, first of all, statewide today, there are 30 counties not in that red category for that current incidence rate. 3 of those 30 are in the yellow, and we even have a county today all the way down in the green category with Robertson County at a 0 current incidence rate. So that's big news there, as we have another county that has ended up in the green for at least now in the state of Kentucky. The 3 counties in the yellow are Bath County at 8, Lewis County at 8.6, and Elliott County all the way down at 1.9 for the current incidence rate. And for Madison County today, we are at 56.1. Estill County at 22.3. They've dropped back down into that orange category for the current incidence rate. Jackson County at 52.5. Rockcastle County at 28.2. Garrett County at 30.7. Jessamine County at 33.8 for their current incidence rate. Fayette County at 38.9 and Clark County at 19.3. As we look at the overall current incidence rate for the state of Kentucky, yesterday we were at a 40.22 current incidence rate. Another dip down for the current incidence rate for the state. Today, the overall current incidence rate is at 38.73. So again, the numbers continuing to go in the right direction. That's what we want to see, and we appreciate all the folks that are doing the right things, the vaccines coming in, and everything else that's going on with these numbers going down. Do keep in mind the Madison County Health Department has more information about how you can receive the vaccine on their website, so check that out or give them a call for more information. And if you or somebody you know has some symptoms of coronavirus, then you can go over to the White House Clinic right now. They have community drive-up COVID-19 testing, and tomorrow they will have that from 9:30 a.m. until 5 p.m. and also at the Lancaster-Garrett County Health Department they will have it from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. This is all could be changed with the inclement weather that we have coming in, so make sure to check out the White House Clinic Facebook page to get updated on whether or not they are still open and offering the test. They will also have tests available on Saturday from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Richmond White House Clinic. As always, there is no out-of-pocket cost. They just ask that you bring a photo ID and an insurance card if you have one, and there is also no appointment necessary. Now, before we go off the news today, we did ask you earlier if you wanted to send in some of those pictures that you were taking throughout the city of Richmond. A lot of folks sent in some great submissions. I think our favorite thus far has been the one with the cardinal hanging out in the tree. The trees, it all looks pretty as we go throughout the city of Richmond, but keep in mind it is very dangerous if you're out there on the roads. Please be safe, be very cautious, and also not only do you need to keep yourself and your family warm, but keep in mind those pets that are outside as well. Do everything you can to keep those pets warm. For all of us, our producers Austin Hanks and Gage Hill, our weather lady Gwendolyn Morton, and our producer and our news director Marissa Hempel, I'm Michael Watkins. Folks, stay safe. We're going to do this one more time. We'll be right back here with you tomorrow, same time and same place, as we wrap up another newscast and another great week here with WBON TV Daily Community Briefing. We'll have a more detailed story on the Berea situation with their head coach stepping down and the details into that. Plus, we'll preview some upcoming basketball games over the weekend. That and so much more coming your way tomorrow on your Daily Community Briefing at 3 p.m. on 100.7 The Coyote and WBON TV Channel 9.